Hello there, and today we're going to teach you about the Dorian cult from the SRC Discord server. As all good Simple Rockets 2 cults do, this cult started in Simple Rockets chat Discord server. And as all good cults in Simple Rockets chat begin, it began with a little bit of trolling. This started when one of the moderators changed Chaotic's name to Evil Dorian, which at the time was polar opposite to actual Dorian's name, which was Saint Dorian. Even to this day, most people don't know who changed Chaotic's name. Whoever did change the name though, probably didn't expect a chain reaction to happen which would lead to the forming of a cult. To begin with, not many people realised that Chaotic and Dorian had very similar names, and so for a while, everything was normal. Eventually though, a few of us noticed and we started talking about it, and this is where the story truly begins. When everyone started talking about it, we came up with an idea. When it comes to Simple Rockets chat, this wasn't a very new idea. We wanted to form a cult around the Dorian name. Many previous name and profile picture cults have existed in SRC, so this was the perfect opportunity to make a new one. Just like had been done to Chaotic, the idea was to change your username to have any word and then the word Dorian. For example, I was one of the first people to do this, and my Dorian name was Sleepless Dorian. Here's a bunch of the other beginner Dorian names. Anyway, back to the story. Eventually, there was 15 Dorians in the cult, but we wanted more. So we started atting people in the channel to change their names. Eventually, most people in the channel had Dorian names, but one person refused to change their name. So now, the Dorian cult had a rival cult, and that was the Alyx cult. Although the Alyx cult was very small, rival cults must be destroyed. Eventually, even the developers got involved with the Dorian cult. Once Pedro got involved with the Dorian cult, a lot changed.
Now that Pedro had joined the Dorian cult, he messaged the server telling everyone to join the Dorian cult. He also said that the Alyx cult was a bad influence, cementing the Dorian cult as the superior of the two, which we all know it was.
It was at this time that Dorian himself finally found out that he was being worshipped like a god, and that a cult had been formed around his name. After this, Pedro decided that if there was 100 users who changed their names to include Dorian, that Dorian himself would get a special role called the Divine Priest of the Dorians. Fun fact, that was my idea. What made this role special was that only Dorian would have it. Cult eventually gained 60 members. Pedro decided to further increase the reward for joining by giving all Dorians 1000 XP if the cult got 100 Dorians within a certain amount of time. Miraculously enough, within less than a week, we had 100 Dorians. With this goal met, Dorian was given the ultra-rare title that finally made him a god. But in the end, people eventually went back to their old names. Although sometimes, you can still find a Dorian within the server. The clear moral of the story is that if members started a Discord cult in your name, just embrace it, and the glory that comes with it. It's way easier than trying to stop it. With all that said, this has been Game Night and Cameron. Thank you so much for watching our video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Also, I have the better mic, haha, loser.